Did you know that 91% of YouTube videos never even reach 1,000 views? Well, it's because your scripts fail to hook viewers in the first 15 seconds, causing them to click away. And when YouTube sees your average view duration is only 22% compared to your competitors' 65%, it immediately stops recommending your videos. But here's the thing, in order to write a perfect YouTube script, you need to be insanely good at psychology and human behavior so that you can understand what to say to make someone watch an entire video. However, just like me, you're probably not a psychology expert. And so what you need instead is an easy to use, proven scripting system that keeps viewers hooked throughout your entire video without needing a deep understanding of the psychology behind it. Because this way, you can make scripts that get a high watch time, and then YouTube will recommend your videos to millions of people. Now, this solution isn't for everyone, but you want to pay close attention if you're a content creator who's putting in hours of work only to see your videos get a few views before completely dying, someone who knows your content is valuable but viewers are dropping off in the first 30 seconds, a creator who's tried using ChatGPT for scripts but ended up with generic, robotic content that sounds nothing like you, or someone who's serious about growing their channel but cannot afford to hire a professional scriptwriter at $200 to even $1,000 per video. If that's you, then what I'm about to share in this short video will be a complete game changer for your channel. Because I've built and tested an easy to use AI scripting system which resulted in growing my new channel to over 30,000 subscribers in the first 120 days. And here's the interesting part. I made all of these scripts for these videos in less than 60 minutes about video topics that sometimes I knew nothing about. Yet they get recommended by YouTube all the time, and I actually became a top affiliate for the product I promote. So trust me, what I'm about to show you works. And as we're entering the AI revolution, creators that use the right AI tools to make their scripts will completely outperform the ones that don't. And here's why. First of all, let's face it, you're probably not good at writing scripts. You might have amazing ideas and valuable knowledge to share, but translating that into a script that actually keeps viewers watching is an entirely different skill. And without proper training in storytelling, pacing, and viewer psychology, your brilliant ideas can easily get lost in a poor delivery, resulting in high drop-off rates and the YouTube algorithm not recommending your videos. Second of all, it's incredibly time-consuming. Even if you were capable of writing excellent scripts, the reality is that it often takes 15 to 20 hours of focused work to transform a decent script into something truly exceptional. And most creators simply don't have that kind of time to invest in just one single video. And that creates a serious problem because YouTube's algorithm strongly favors channels that publish content regularly and predictably. Plus, if you've got a ton of subscribers, they want to see new content. And then besides that, the only other option you have is hiring a professional scriptwriter. However, at the top level, they can easily charge anywhere from $200 even to $1,000 per script, which I don't know about you, but for me, that's just way too expensive. And so these challenges of manual script writing are exactly why so many creators are struggling. And that is where AI comes in. Instead of spending hours or days writing scripts that aren't even good, you can now create watch time optimized scripts within minutes that are designed to maximize the viewer retention. And you can do this without knowing anything about psychology. If you apply what I now call my algo script method, which by the way, puts generic AI tools like ChatGPT to complete shame. So it is not going to be one of those tutorials. Now I can confidently say that because I've done it. I grew this new channel to 30,000 subscribers in just 4 months using this algo script method. I became a top affiliate for the product I promote, for which every single script was written by this AI system, and I got this video to 100,000 views in just 2 short months. Now to implement my algo script method, I use this tool called Poppy AI, which made my life 100 times easier after switching from ChatGPT. Now if you want to follow along this tutorial, I'll leave a link to Poppy AI in the description down below, and then later on I'll also share the algo script template so that you can simply integrate that and start using it right away. But first, here's how it works. So inside of Poppy AI, you can create what's called a board. In this board, you can upload any piece of information, which includes documents, PDFs, voice notes, images, and most importantly, YouTube videos. And you don't need to download that video and all that, annoying stuff. You can just take the URL and then paste it in there, and then the AI will understand it all. After that, you can then add an AI chat and link all the pieces of information to this AI chat, which is then able to understand everything you linked and use it as a reference for whatever you tell the AI to do. And so if I link my 21-page guide about how to write the perfect YouTube script to the AI chat, and then create a group with information about the topic of my video, the AI will be able to write a perfect YouTube script for us in just one single prompt. And it can even do this in your tone of voice, but I'll show you how that works in a bit. But first, let me tell you about this guide. So I have spent the last weeks putting in hours and hours of work developing this entire 21-page step-by-step document guide that teaches the AI how to write the perfect YouTube script about any topic that keeps people watching all the way through. It's by far the best guide on the internet for this, and it includes the flatline hook formula that made my retention graphs go from this to this, my tension ladder technique that boosted my average view duration from 2 minutes 42 to 5 minutes 38 on my long form content, and the storytelling framework that I adopted from Netflix film directors that turn boring video topics into binge-worthy content, which results in viewers that just cannot stop clicking from one video to the other on your channel. And so what's in this document isn't just theory from someone who studied YouTube. I've tested this exact system. I grew this channel to 30K subscribers. I got monetized. I'm hitting $100 days. And that's all with scripts made with this Poppy AI system. Then, for each video you want to create, you'll add a topic-specific group to your board. Let me show you exactly how this works with an example. So, first of all, create a new group by clicking right here, and then you want to name this after your video topic. For example, I grew 100,000 tomatoes. I wish I knew this sooner. Which, by the way, videos about tomatoes get millions of views. Then from here, you want to find the 3 to 5 best videos or articles about your video topic. These can be top performing YouTube videos, these can be blog posts that are very valuable, research notes, or even your own voice memos about the video topic. So collect that information and then add these to your topic group. I'm gonna take a few YouTube videos, paste in the URL, and then I'll also take 2 blog posts about this topic, and then I'll put them inside of my tomato group. Now this step is crucial because it gives the AI all the factual information it needs about your video topic. And unlike other AI tools, Poppy AI can actually transcribe and understand any piece of content directly from just a URL link, which makes this workflow extremely easy to use. Now, without feeding this information to the AI, it would struggle to create accurate and engaging scripts. However, with this approach, you're essentially giving the AI a crash course on your video topic in just a minute. But one of the biggest problems with AI written content is that it often sounds generic or robotic. YouTubers using generic ChatGPT scripts are actually failing big time because people just don't like it. Poppy AI, and specifically the system I built, solves this problem by making a group with all of our previous videos in it. The AI then analyzes these videos to understand your unique speaking style, vocabulary choices, and personality. And from there, it's able to apply that personal style to any new script that it makes for you. So to do this, add a group into your board and then call it My Style. Then go to YouTube and copy the URL of your last 6 to 9 videos and paste them into this group. Alright, then it's time to actually make the script. To do that in your style, all you need to do is link all of the group chats to the AI chat, which you can simply do by dragging this little circle to the circle of the AI chat, which means that the AI chat can now receive all the information that's inside of your groups. And I can then type in, create a YouTube script applying the advice from the ultimate script guide for my video topic, I grew 100,000 tomatoes, I wish I knew this sooner, for which you can reference the group tomatoes and write the script in My Style based on the My Style group. With this one prompt, it will write the perfect YouTube script about your video topic of choice in your style in less than 5 minutes of work. And as you can see, it is done. Now let's analyze how good the script actually is. So first of all, let's take a look at the hook. So it says, would you believe me if I told you that I grew over 100,000 tomatoes in a single season? And I did it without any fancy equipment, expensive fertilizers, or years of gardening experience. The secret? 5 simple techniques that completely transformed my tomato growing game. Techniques I wish someone had told me years ago when I was struggling with sad, diseased plants and tiny harvests. Now, as you can see, that isn't just a random intro that it wrote. The AlgoScript method specifically uses what I call a pattern interrupt curiosity hook. So it starts with a question that seems almost unbelievable, and that immediately grabs the attention. Then after that, it eliminates potential objections to click away by stating that it didn't require special equipment or experience, which makes it accessible to anyone watching. Then finally, it creates an information gap by mentioning 5 simple techniques that viewers need to keep watching to discover. Then after that, here's what it said. In this video, I'm gonna reveal the exact methods I use to grow an absolutely insane amount of tomatoes in my backyard garden. These aren't just theoretical tips. I've personally tested each one over multiple growing seasons and documented the results. I spent over 200 hours researching tomato growing techniques from commercial farmers, agricultural scientists, and record-breaking gardeners to develop this system. And today, I'm sharing everything I learned so you can avoid the years of frustration and failed harvests that I went through. Plus, I've created a free downloadable guide with my complete tomato growing calendar that you can get in the description down below. Alright, see how it establishes credibility without boring the viewer? It mentions 200 hours of research and multiple growing seasons to build authority, and then immediately creates what I call a future pacing statement, which basically tells them what their future will look like if they keep watching, promising to help viewers avoid years of frustration. It also introduces a free resource early, giving viewers another reason to stay engaged. Alright, that was already very good, but here's where it gets really interesting. Look at how each content section is structured. So in this script, when we're gonna show the techniques to grow the tomatoes, for technique number 1, it starts with, imagine you're at the garden center, staring at dozens of tomato varieties, completely overwhelmed. Which ones will actually produce? Which ones will actually taste good? Alright, so what I did here is a perfect example of the emotional transportation technique when it comes to script writing. Instead of just listing the facts, it puts viewers in a scenario that they can relate to, creating an emotional investment, and then it introduces a common mistake and reveals the solution. And that goes on for every single technique that is in this script. And so there's a clear pattern here which looks like this. Number 1, it identifies a common problem or misconception for the viewer. It then creates an emotional connection to that problem, and because that's relatable, you get the viewers hooked. You then reveal a surprising insight or solution, provide specific actionable advice, and then you quantify the results. Now this is quite technical, but basically said, this structure is not an accident. It's designed to maintain engagement throughout the entire video by constantly opening and closing curiosity loops. And we can see this back at the transitions between the different sections. So for example here it said, the key is focusing on soil temperature, not depth. I'll show you exactly how to prepare your planting area for maximum growth in just a moment. Let me ask you this, have you ever tried to cram a 7-foot indeterminate tomato plant into one of those filmy 3-foot wire cages from the garden center? So these transitions use what I call bridge statements and engagement questions to maintain viewer attention during the most critical drop-off moments. The script knows exactly when viewers typically click away and counters it with these psychological triggers. Now the end of this script, which is at the conclusion stage, is equally strategic. Here's what it says. So there you have it, the 5 techniques that helped me grow over 100,000 tomatoes in a single season. Remember, download my free tomato growing calendar in the description down below. And so what it does here is it recaps the value that you provided in the video, and it reminds them about the free resource that you might have made. And then it ends up the script with a perfect example of how to send a viewer to the next video on your channel. Here's what it says. But growing all of these tomatoes created another problem. What to actually do with all of them? If you want to see how I preserved my massive harvest and the free recipes that everyone begs me for, check out this video on the screen right here. And you see, this creates what YouTube's algorithm loves the most, session time, where viewers watch multiple videos on your channel in sequence. And boy oh boy, if you can start reaching that level, YouTube is gonna promote your videos like crazy. Okay, so we broke down the script that it made in just one prompt, and I can tell you it's good, but don't just take my word for it. Let me ask the AI itself to analyze this script. And so I'll type into Poppy AI, analyze this tomato growing script against the ultimate YouTube script guide. Is it well optimized for viewer retention and engagements? And what techniques does it use effectively? And then as you can see right there, it says this script is exceptionally well optimized for YouTube performance and follows all of the best practices of the YouTube scripting guide. And then at the end it says this script implements all the advanced retention techniques from the guide and will likely perform in the top 10% of YouTube videos in this category for audience retention. And there we go. Do you see what just happened there? The AI not only created an optimized script, but it understands exactly why it works. So this text, this script that it generates isn't just random information about your topic, it's strategic content creation based on proven psychological principles that keep viewers watching. And the most impressive part is that this entire script is generated in less than 60 seconds. Just think about how long it would take you to write something this strategically crafted by yourself. Probably hours, if not days, and then even then, would you know to include all these psychological triggers and these certain ways to phrase something in the right places? Probably not, even I don't. And that is the power of the AlgoScript method. It doesn't just write words, it creates strategically designed content that's optimized for the YouTube algorithm and human psychology. And the best part is, with this system, you can create scripts like this for any topic in minutes, even if you know nothing about script psychology or retention optimization. However, I know what some of you might be thinking. But Yuri, I actually enjoy writing my own scripts, I just want them to perform better. And that's exactly why I built another powerful feature into this system. So if you prefer to write your own scripts, you can simply paste them into Poppy AI and then ask it to analyze your script against the ultimate YouTube script guide. That's what I often do myself as well. It will instantly identify areas where your script could be improved for better retention, and it highlights missing psychological triggers, and it then suggests better hooks and improvements. Let me actually show you how I do that. So I can upload the script of this video into Poppy and then type in analyze the script and suggest improvements based on the ultimate YouTube script guide. So you can see that overall it says that this script is very well optimized for engagement, but it does give areas of improvement. So it says recommendation. After the hook, add a clearer 3-point preview structure. In this video, I'll show you number 1, why traditional script writing methods are failing most creators. Number 2, the exact AlgoScript method I used to grow to 30,000 subscribers in just 120 days. And number 3, how to implement this system in under 5 minutes per video, even if you know nothing about psychology. Now that sounds pretty good. And so I can implement these recommendations that it gave me, and then my script became a whole lot better. And you can keep going back and forth until the AI says your script is perfectly optimized. And that will give you complete creative control over the script while still benefiting from all the psychological insights in that 21-page guide. So it's basically like having a world-class scripter and YouTube strategist reviewing your work in real time. Now at this point, I feel like you have 3 options for creating your YouTube scripts. Option 1, continue writing scripts manually. You can spend between 10 and 20 hours per script, struggling with viewer retention and watching your videos get buried by the algorithm. Then if you're only able to upload 1 to 2 videos per month because script writing takes so long, your channel growth will remain painfully slow. And let's be honest, most creators simply don't have the specialized knowledge of psychological triggers and retention patterns that are needed to write truly high-performing scripts. To solve that, you might use option number 2, which is using generic AI tools like ChatGPT. Because you might think, why not just use ChatGPT? It's even cheaper. Now, I thought the same thing initially, but after testing it extensively, I discovered the painful truth. Generic AI tools produce generic results. They don't understand YouTube-specific retention strategies, they cannot easily analyze successful videos in your niche, and they certainly cannot capture your unique voice without adding in a bunch of typical AI words that it uses in your scripts. So you'll end up with robotic-sounding scripts that perform no better than manually written ones, and you'll still need to spend quite some time editing it, rewriting them, and just constantly asking the AI to do a better job. And then there's option 3, use Poppy AI with my AlgoScript method. This is the approach that allowed me to grow to 30,000 subscribers in just 120 days on a brand new channel. So with Poppy AI and my AlgoScript template, you can create scripts in minutes instead of hours, integrate proven psychological triggers at exactly the right moments, maintain your style and your tone of voice, and produce content that the YouTube algorithm loves to recommend. You'll be able to upload more frequently with higher quality content, which is the perfect combination to grow your channel. And so when you compare these options, the choice becomes clear. You can either continue to struggle with manual script writing, or use generic AI tools that will keep you stuck where you are, or you can use a proven system for creating scripts that actually perform with Poppy AI and my AlgoScript template board. Now, I want to share something special that I've created just for viewers of this video and that made it this far into the video, which shows me that you're serious about growing your channel and you have the capability to focus. Because most people already clicked off this video, but you're still here, which tells me that you're a capable person. Now that said, I've put together a complete template board inside of Poppy AI, which I just showed you in this video that I actually use myself, that includes my entire 21-page ultimate scripting guide already loaded into your board. Now this template isn't something I'm making publicly available or selling as a separate product, because I don't sell any courses or anything like that. It's a resource that I've created specifically to help you implement what you're learning today. And so if you'd like to start using this to make the perfect YouTube scripts about any topic in your niche with your tone of voice, you can sign up to Poppy AI with the link in the description down below. And then once you're in, I will actually send you my Algo script template board straight to your email, ready for you to use. And as always, remember, your next viral video is just one perfect script away.